Hello, everyone. Welcome to another wonderful day at Zuri Training. Today is a special day, and today is a career. We are going to talking about careers and also know how to project our self going on from now. So we know that Zuri Training is meant to introduce you to software development, and for most of us, it may be a change in what we used to do before. Maybe most of us are new to tech and so on and so forth. We have different backgrounds, but now we're coming together to learn to tow a part, which is a career part, which is a tech part. So we have a guest on the today, Wenga Richmond. He is a yearly fellow, and he's he's a career mentor too. He will talk to us on how to make good decisions going forward. So we are going to be inviting Richmond to talk to us in a few minutes. So Richmond, you're welcome to the program.
Yeah, nice being here.
So in the next 45 minutes, Richmond will take us through will talk to us. Then the next 15 minutes, we'll use it to take some few questions, and he can also give us our answers. So thank you very much, and we invite Richmond to take over.
Okay, so good evening, everyone.
My doesn't even go off.
My name is Richmond, and I have with me here my team as well. So from F-Cube Academy. So I have Young. Young is the head of operations for F-Cube Academy. And I also have Tochi here, who is the head of communications and corporate compliance. And then I have IK, who is the head of digital media. Last but not the least, Chimdebere, who is our head of design. So I'll be sharing some slides with you in a few seconds, which was designed by Chimdebere, our head of design. So moving forward, I want to share my screen now so I can take you through some slides. Doing that right away. Okay, I would like to confirm if you can see my screen. Anyone just confirm?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Okay, so today I'm taking you on a very interesting topic. It's titled A Proven Way to Make Money from Home in 2021. And the reason why this is especially interesting to talk about is, when I have opportunities to speak like this. By the way, I want to especially thank Mr. Seyi Onifade we had some discussions leading to this, and he felt that what I had to offer was of great value to you guys. And then he went out of his way to make sure that I'm here today. I also want to thank Motorayo for the back and forth we had to make today such a special, to make today possible, and then for me to be here at this time to, deliver my presentation. So thank you, Moton. Thank you, Sheyi, for this opportunity. So back to the slide. It's titled A Proven Way to Make Money from Home in 2021. And why this is very interesting is that you will recall that in 2020, we all did our Happy New Year with so much goals of what we wanted to achieve in the new year. And unfortunately, COVID came February ending last March and disrupted everything we had planned. So I can I can tell you for free that most people were not able to achieve 10% of their goals in 2020 because COVID came unawares, sent everybody home, and forced everybody to work from home. In fact, to do everything from home, work, play, whatever it is. So, which has now brought a new, it has brought a new normal, something that we now have to quickly adapt to, or we'll have to start having challenges. So I'm happy Zuri is all about software development, something you can do from home, and something that's app-based that can, disrupt and change the world in amazing ways. So today I'm taking you on a proven way to make money from home in 2021. And as the presenter or the host said, I'm a Yali fellow. Yali is this program by President Obama that is started in 2014 to train, to inspire, to bring together African leaders, those he thought were doing something great on the continent and will be able to effect the change we truly seek in the coming years. Okay, so next slide. So I have 5 quick questions for you. The first one would be, do you want to make money legitimately this 2021? I know if I throw the question to everyone, including your dog and mouse, everyone wants to make money. But the question is, do you want to make money legitimately? I mean, there are different ways to make money. We know of Hush Puppy. For those who know, the guy was really making waves on social media, and then, he got caught by the Dubai police and then Interpol and what have you. So you want to make the kind of money where you can sleep at night. You want to make the kind of money where if you hear the siren of police, you're at ease, and thank God there's no more SARS. But I mean, if anybody just stops you, you are free to show what you do. Even if you are driving a flashy car, you're not scared because you're doing something legitimate. So the question is, do you want to make money legitimately this 2021? Then the second question is, do you want to make money from home? I know that some people, as funny as the question sounds, some people like to go out. Some people like the hustle and bustle. For those in Lagos, you can relate. People like to wake up very early, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., jump on a bus or on a BRT, head to the island from the mainland and what have you. So people don't really like to, some people don't really like to make money from home. So the question is, do you, watching me right now, want to make money from home? So it's something you can answer, internalize your answers as we go along. Third question, do you believe you can make money online with the right support? So I'm sure in the course of your career journey or whatever it is, in the course of your schooling, attending different trainings, you might have been hearing that, okay, it's possible to make money online, maybe through surveys, maybe through whatever it is, and you might have tried your hands on different things, maybe digital marketing, maybe, so many different things that you might have tried to try and make money online that may not have worked. But now, the new question is, do you believe you can make money online with the right support? So if you've been trying to do it on your own and you've not achieved much success, the question is, if you have the right support, do you believe, that people actually make money online? And not that we are just all coming out to deceive you and, take your money or whatever it is. So do you really believe, do you know anyone around you who is making money online, especially with the right support? And then the fourth question, do you believe in get rich quick schemes? Now, I'm one of those coaches that I don't believe in get rich quick. Everything I've ever achieved in my life up to this point has had to do with a lot of try and error in the beginning. I put in the work, I found the coach, I paid, I tried my hands on different things, went on YouTube, searched Google and what have you. So I haven't had the chance to make money quickly through any of the get rich quick schemes. And I'm one person that during the MMM rave and whatever, Wonder Banks and whatever else in between, I wasn't a part of any of those schemes because growing up, I had a mentor who told me that if you want to get rich, there's a process to it. No process, no results. So if you are one of those who believes in get rich quick schemes, then I have to warn you that this training is probably not for you, because what I'll be sharing here today has nothing to do with getting rich quick, unfortunately. Or is it fortunately? Whatever. So number 5, would you commit to staying to the end of this short training? So it's very short, as the host said, 45 minutes. It probably will be less. So just commit to it. Try to make sure that any distractions, maybe phone calls, text messages, maybe somebody trying to tell you something quickly, just tell them to give you the next 40, 45 minutes free so you can gain something really valuable from this training. Okay, so what is the goal of today's training? What do you hope to learn as you are investing 45 minutes of your time, in this presentation? What do you think, what do you hope to gain from this? So one, we're going to be talking about the number one way to make money online in 2021. So that's one thing we're going to be talking about today. Number 2, we're going to talk about the top 2 platforms to offer services to foreign clients. When I talk about foreign clients, I mean, you are here in Africa and there are people all over the world who need some services. So how do you stay here in Nigeria or stay here in the village with your laptop and internet connection and offer services to clients in America, in the US, in the US, in the UK, Australia, and what have you. So we'll show you how in a jiffy. Number 3 thing you're going to be taking away is the top 4 skills you can offer on these 2 platforms. So we're going to be talking about 4 skills. There are actually more than 4 skills. There are over 300 skills you can gain. You can apply yourself and offer services based on, but we'll just talk about the top 4, and then of course you can research the rest. And then number 4, we're going to be discussing the 3 P's to getting started on your freelance journey. Okay. And then number 5, we'll take you through how you get paid in dollars and receive payments to your local bank. So I know that most of you listening here are not just interested in working and not getting paid. And you might have tried in the past to work for clients abroad and payment has been an issue. In fact, with the CBN directives and policies and what have you with dollar and Forex, it's become a cryptocurrency and all that. So it's become something that is a main challenge for most people. So don't worry, at the end of this training, you will know exactly how the money you make in dollars can be received to your local bank without hassle. Okay, so I'm sure you're wondering, I'm seeing this guy for the first time. I've not seen him on TV before, not on YouTube. He doesn't have any skit like Shaggy. So what qualifies me to teach this, right? You're wondering in your mind, who is this guy and what does he have? What has he done that qualifies him to teach you about freelancing? Okay, so let's get into that. Number 1, a bit of my story or my journey, my freelance journey. So I started freelancing on Fiverr in February 2018. That's about 3 years ago, with just 500 naira in my pocket. So as a yearly fellow, I engaged in a deal. It was a book deal, a book publishing deal, or a book project with one of my fellows who is domiciled is a Ghanaian, or she's a Ghanaian rather. Things didn't go quite well. And then I came back to Nigeria in I came back December 2017, broken out. It was a bad deal. I don't like to talk about it much, but it didn't go well. I was cheated out of a project that I invited someone into, and I came back to Nigeria broke and out. So when I started freelancing, all I had in my pocket was 500 naira. And by the way, I'm not talking about $500, 500 naira, the one you're familiar with. So what happened next? So I taught myself. When I found out about freelancing, it was an article I read online, and it was about a Nigerian who, was into audio production. So audio production is more like what you can clean out, maybe like a production like the one we are having right now. Maybe if there are some stuff that are not, maybe noise in the background and what have you, so you can give it to an audio production person to clean out the noise and make it good to go. So this guy was into that. He was offering that service, and he was able to do it online on a platform called Fiverr. And within a year, according to his story, he was able to buy a house and 2 flashy cars. He even showed it in the article. And I was like, whoa, how can you do audio production, offer that kind of interesting service to clients abroad, and be able to buy a house and 2 cars? So that took me on a journey to reading the article, going on YouTube, going on Google. In fact, practically turning the internet upside down to be able to understand how I too could be able to get on there. And then when I started, of course, I knew next to nothing about audio production. So I knew I had to have my own results. What was I going to offer on a platform like Fiverr? So up until then, all I knew to do was to write. So I was a writer. And when I checked, I found out that writing was a service you could offer on a platform like Fiverr. And so I thought to myself, I wasn't able to go for any training, not because I didn't want to be trained, but I couldn't afford it at the time. So I had to jump on online and do all the research I needed to do to get on. Okay, so I went from my first gig. So I started, I think the story is that January 28th, 2018, I found out about the article. So 3 straight nights after that, I did not sleep. I was trying to get all the information I needed so that I can also set up my own seller profile on Fiverr, inspired by the story of the guy I stumbled upon who did so well with audio production service. So I went in, put in my best, and then I was able to set up my seller profile on Fiverr. And I did that. I stumbled on the article on the 29th. So by 3rd of February 2018, I got my first gig. So my first gig is like a job, right? So I got my first gig, $5, which is about 2,000 naira as at then. And I was able to fulfill it within a few minutes. I got paid. So, and that was my inroad into the world of freelancing. So from that $5 days, I went to making $500 per month on Fiverr. So as at then, the dollar rate wasn't this high. I think a dollar was about 360, 370 thereabouts. So if you do your calculation, give or take, let's just say 200,000 or a little close to that. So that was what I was making on Fiverr. That was in 2018. So I couldn't believe my eyes that, I mean, how can I go from brain broken out to staying in my corner? I couldn't call that place an apartment. Let me just say my corner here in Abuja then. So, and then I was, interfacing with clients. Then I was working with clients in the US, Canada, mostly Russia, UK, and all that. I think about 5, 6 countries then. And then I was raking in money in $50, $20, $70, $30. And when you add them together, in fact, I think it was my wife. She's an accountant by profession. So at the end of the month, she helped me gather all the 5, 10, 50, $70 together. And she said, honey, do you know you made $500 this month? Well, I had so many needs to tackle with that money. I didn't gather them together to use them at once. So, but she was able to tell me that I made roughly $500 that month. Awesome. So, and then that's how I continued. So back to what qualifies me to teach this right for those just joining. So I'm telling you why I'm qualified to train you today. Number 4, I was hungry for more success, so I left Fiverr for Upwork. As a Nigerian, we are like Oliver Twist. Even though I didn't believe my eyes that I could make, $500 or 200K every month online without paying for transport, without paying for feeding, just in my corner, at some point I got very comfortable that I felt I could make more than $500. So I went back online to research, and then I found out another platform called Upwork. So I found a mentor. By then I was already making some good enough money. So I paid a mentor. His name is Danny Magulis, for those who know. He's based in America. He's a top copywriter, and he does most of his work on Upwork. So, and he has a course that he uses to train those who are interested. So I signed up for the course. It was really very pricey. I paid about $1,000 for the training. But then, I mean, for someone who had been making $500 every month, I was able to, squeeze that out for the training. So he was the one that, brought me up to speed from normal content writing to something called copywriting. So copywriting is you write stories, you write marketing lingo for brands all over the world. So if you look at Uber or Bolt or Coca-Cola, all of those content you see when the advertising is done by copywriters. So I moved on up. He went through the training. It was really amazing. And he also introduced me to Upwork. So I got on Upwork and, was able to move so unlike Fiverr, where my first gig was $5, which is about, 2,000 naira, my first gig on Upwork was $200. So you can see the difference. That's like times what? That'd be like times 40. So I kind of like 40x to my results. So that's why training and having a coach is good. You see how I was able to move so fast from my $5 days to my $200 days. So my first job on Upwork was $200, which is about 80,000 back then. And I was able to still deliver the content job. It was a copywriting job. I was no longer doing content development. I was more into copywriting, writing for brands, brand stories, landing pages, web copy, what have you. And I was able to deliver within 24 hours. So I couldn't believe that I could make 80,000 in a day, something that most young people would be happy to make in a month. So and I was like, making that, working from home was really something amazing. But I wasn't talking to anybody at this time. Now I'm doing trainings everywhere, going on different platforms to talk about freelancing. But back then, I was still experimenting. So I didn't want to come out and talk to anybody. Moreover, I wanted to make as much money first and be sure that this was real and it wasn't a fluke before I brought others into the game. So some proof will help, right? I know that you are like, okay, this guy is just throwing money around. $200, $50, $500. So some of you may be wondering, I need some proof. So let me take a water break for 2 seconds before I show you some hard proof. All right, so let me show you some proof. So these were my early days on Fiverr. As you can see my picture. I was a level 1 seller, and my code name, so my username there was World Famous. So instead of saying World Famous, I just crafted the word World Famous when it comes to word. I mean, famous. So, and then my tagline was Grandmaster of the Written Word. And then you can see from Nigeria, and I was a member since January 2018. Recall that I told you that I set up my profile. I found I think the article January 29. I think that same 29 I set up my profile, but of course, I got signed up on Fiverr, but it will take a few days before you can set up your profile and start bidding. So you can see here that member since January 2018, right? So let's keep going. Then we have this one. So this is showing some of the gigs that I did while I was on. You can see that it's paused because I moved from Fiverr and went to Upwork. So, but you can see some of the what's it called? Some of the gigs I had on there. So this one says, I'll create superb. Hello, can you guys still hear me? I'm hearing some echo in the background. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So I just want to be
Samuel, yeah, thank you very much. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I want to be sure I'm not talking to myself. Okay, so
We can hear you very clearly, sir.
That's my head of operations. Okay, so we have this, and then if you look at my gigs, you will see this gig that says I'll create superb articles and blog posts. I was charging my starting price of $50. You will see this one. I'll proofread, edit, and rewrite your content starting at $120. This one, I'll creatively ghostwrite your books and ebooks. By the way, I hope you know that most of the books written by celebrities they didn't even write a sentence of it. So they get people like us, ghostwriters, maybe we interview them, get their ideas together, and then we write it. So in exchange for placing our name as the authors of the book, they pay us something really nice, and then we give up that right, which is not a problem because, I mean, what will I gain putting my name, putting my name to a, what's it called? Putting my name to a book that won't sell versus being paid good sum to someone who can, sell the book by their popularity. Okay, so this is my early days on Fiverr, and then you can see my earnings. So I think I was on Fiverr for about 3 months thereabout. So my total earnings within that period, you can see net income was $1,500. I withdrew this much. I used this this $125 to purchase some services, on the Fiverr gig, and that's that. Then my results on Upwork. So I told you I moved to Upwork. You can see Benga, Richmond, my location. Then job success is how well you've satisfied clients by working for them. And here is saying 100%. Then you can see top rated plus. Top rated plus is the highest ranking you can attain on Upwork right now. So I got to the highest ranking. I'm not going to take glory for that. I give all the glory to God. So, but by consistently delivering quality work to clients, and as when I got to Upwork, it opened me to so many more doors. And within a short space of time, I had fulfilled content work or copywriting work or gig for clients in over 30 countries. So any country you think makes sense abroad. Is it Canada? Is it Russia? Is it what's it called? Is it US? Is it UK? Is it Australia? Is it Japan? Is it China? Just name it. Is it Dubai? Is it UAE? Dubai is different from UAE. So I've worked for clients from different countries across different time frames, all from the corner of my house. Of course, when I started to make good money, I changed apartments. So I wasn't in a corner anymore. I was in a proper apartment, in a proper estate. So that's what happens when you start making some money. You start increasing your expenses to meet up with your new status, whatever. So now you can see from my profile that my total earnings so far on Upwork is 50,000 plus. So when they say plus, it means that anything from 51,000 to 59,000 is 50K plus. So I haven't asked for my income statements in a while, but I know that I should be somewhere around 57 now. So any moment from now, this should change to 60K. So, and if you do your maths, now that, excuse me, a dollar is almost 500, well, it's not even almost. Now that a dollar is 500 plus, that's about 25 million. So, but this didn't happen overnight. I like to warn at this point that, look, as you're looking at the results and you're wondering, whoa, $50,000. It didn't happen overnight. I put in some work. God helped me through the process. But I mean, I stayed in my apartment. I didn't have to travel. The concept of the greener pastures that we all know is, you leave Nigeria, you go to Canada, you leave Nigeria, you go to the UK or the US, and then you start to, maybe for a start, you start washing toilets or cleaning hospitals or taking care of the elderly or whatever else you do as an odd job, and you start making maybe $5 per hour and you start adding them up. So that's the idea we had of greener pastures back in the day. But now, the greener pastures I'm introducing, by the way, I wrote a book. If you can see, I don't know if you can see my screen. If you can see me, I wrote a book. It's called The Greener Pastures Work from Home, Earning Dollars. You can see it, it's right here. So this book, I came up with the idea when I started thinking that, look, instead of going abroad to do odd jobs, to go through all kinds of hoops just to make money, why don't we reverse engineer the whole process where you can work from Nigeria and still earn in dollars? Now, the beauty of that is that you are making money in dollars, you are spending in Nigeria. If a dollar is 500 naira, you can imagine. So the conversion rate is so high for you. If you're making $1 in America and you're spending in America, that's not much of a difference because you're spending that $1 in the American economy. But if you're making $1,000 here in Nigeria, which is $500,000, you're already a big boy in whatever space you find it. Whether you're staying in Abuja or Lagos or Port Harcourt, $500,000 a month is no joke. But if you have $1,000, if you work and make $1,000 in New York, in Texas, and wherever abroad, you can't do much with $1,000 a month because you're going to spend that. What the spend there is $1. So your dollar equals to one. The $1 you've paid from freelancing equals $1. So you can't really do much with $1,000 abroad. You are probably even broke. You're just, a little bit above making ends meet. That's if that's even true. I believe that depending on where you stay in the US, $1,000 is nothing. So, but if you make $1,000 here in Abuja or Lagos or Port Harcourt or Ondo or Ekiti or wherever, at the conversion rate of 1 equals 500, you can do the math and know how much that turns to. So that's my new idea of greener pastures. You can actually make dollars here in Nigeria, working legitimately, by offering, services that are in demand on these platforms. And I'm so excited that Zuri is coming up to train a lot of you guys on software development. I tell you, my software development colleagues online on Upwork and Fiverr, they are making far more than what I'm making as a writer, because apps is the new way to go now. Everything is app based. So if you can sit down and learn, what you've come to learn at Zuri for software development, just put your head to it and you really get the best out of it. In no time, you'll be making $50,000, probably will be a joke. Anyway, enough said on this area. So now, my training is just beginning. I've done some background talk, my journey, where I'm coming from, and I've proved to you that I think I'm someone you can listen to when it comes to freelancing. Hello? Shay, you want to say something? Hello? Okay, so
You can go ahead.
Okay, let me just continue. So let the training begin. Now, the first question is, the number one way to make money online in 2021 as a Nigerian is via freelancing. So what is freelancing? So what you do in freelancing is you offer online services to clients and get paid in dollars. Now, it doesn't mean that you cannot freelance in Nigeria with Nigerian clients, but ideally, what I prefer for anyone to do is to work here in Nigeria and get paid in dollars. You all know, while I was writing here in Nigeria, I wasn't getting a lot of money, if any, for my writing work. Creative people are not so valued here in this part of the world. So, but if you develop any form of creative talent and you're offering it to clients in the US, UK, you get 20x, 30x more value than if you're offering it to your Nigerian colleagues. Only a few clients here in Nigeria will pay you top dollar or top naira for your creative work. But abroad, I mean, it happens on the daily. Okay, so number two, the top two platforms to offer services to foreign clients as a Nigerian. Okay, let's look at them. They are Upwork and Fiverr. So of course, for some of you who have done your research, you know that there are other platforms like Freelancer, Guru, People Per Hour, but these are the two platforms that can beat my chest that I worked on and I made money. I didn't try working on Guru or Freelancer, so I'll just talk about the two platforms I've really worked on and I've done well for myself. So that will be Upwork and Fiverr. So I started on Fiverr and then I moved up to Upwork. Upwork is a more professional platform than Fiverr, in my own opinion. So, and that's where I'm currently working. I post my gigs on Fiverr and I'm doing 100% of my work on Upwork now. Okay. So top four skills you can offer on these two platforms as a Nigerian. What are they? Let's consider them. Writing. Okay, maybe I started with writing because I'm a writer. So writing is in hot demand on the platform like Upwork. So, and what you do is you provide clients content for websites and email. Every website developed, in fact, every app developed needs content to go with it. You know, it's just like bread and butter. So you have an empty website, you need content. And now that everybody is going online to sell their market, so to speak, so you need content developers such as myself to help you drive traffic, to help you drive conversion, to engage, to persuade, to get people to buy your product, sign up for a service, you know, jump on a call for a coaching, whatever it is. So writing is hot demand on a platform like Upwork. So number two will be graphic design. So if you know how to design logos, you know how to design brochures, flyers, and maybe you're getting paid peanuts here in Nigeria, if you actually find someone to offer that service to the platform like Upwork, you get paid top dollar. You know, sometimes you can do a logo for a small business and they're ready to pay you $50. But if you are lucky to find, you know, a medium, what's it called, business in a country like US to do logo for, they can pay you as much as $1,000 for simple logos that people will struggle to pay you 2,000 naira for here. So number three, you have web design. So how do you offer web design service? You help clients design and optimize their website. So it's also one of the hot skills on a platform like Upwork. And then we have software development, which I think will get some of you smiling because that's the area where Zuri comes in to, you know, prepare you for, you know, some hot gigs as a software developer. So you help clients design, you know, or develop apps. And software development is so hot on a platform like Upwork because people are trying to develop apps for this, app for that on a per second basis. So if you put your head to it and you really learn and you're very good at it, then I mean you already have a skill for life where you can keep earning. So there are different, it's just for time because I know this is a very short training. So I just mentioned four. There is photography, there's audio production, there is digital marketing, there's social media marketing. In fact, there are about 300 or more services you can offer. So there's no way, there's even virtual assistantship, more like what we call PA here. So you can offer online PA service, you know, help people schedule calls, respond to emails, pick calls on behalf of clients. So many services you can offer. So we just picked on this top four for this short training. Okay. So what are the 3 P's to getting started with freelance? One, that would be product. So product here is product/service. So you have to decide on the service you're going to offer online. Now, remember my story. The guy who introduced me to Fiverr with his interesting, amazing article was into audio production. Now, I came in, I didn't jump into Fiverr trying to do audio production. I went in with writing and I still achieved my own success. So it doesn't have to be audio production. And hearing me make money as a writer does not mean that you have to be a writer. You can find that one thing you're very good at or you're passionate about, and you can still, there's enough space in the sky for all birds to fly. So you don't have to constrain yourself to be a writer or constrain yourself to be an audio producer or photographer or web designer or software, whatever. So just decide on the service you're going to offer online. And then 2, you decide which is platform. You decide on the platform to begin with. So there's Upwork, there's Fiverr. You can even on Facebook and Twitter, you can get freelance jobs for some of you who know. So, and then the third P is profile. So you set up your profile to attract clients who visit your page. You set up your profile. So when you get on a platform like Upwork, maybe at this point, so that to make sure this is not a disservice to you, I should tell you up front. On Fiverr, you can get approved, your profile approved same day. In fact, tonight you can get on Fiverr. But if you're trying to get on Upwork, it could take you 3 years, 5 years for your profile to be accepted. So, but we, as an academy, which is something I'll be talking about later, we can help you get on Upwork within 24 to 48 hours, as in your profile approved, that is, if you engage us and if there's no so much queue of people trying to engage us to help them get their Upwork account approved, as in to help them with the process. And then we have profile. You set up your profile. So once you get in, let's use Upwork from now on. So you get on Upwork, your profile is approved. What you have is an empty flat. It's like you just bought a 3-bedroom flat that is empty. So you still need to put chairs, you still need to put dining tables, you still need to put your smart TV, you put your air conditioning and whatever. So that's what setting up your profile means. So you have to put in details. And these things, there's a trick around doing it so that you can attract the best clients to your profile. Anyway, then how you get paid in dollars and receive payments to your local bank. So I know as I've been talking, some of you are wondering, okay, great. I'm going to sign up on Upwork or Fiverr or wherever. So how do I get paid? How do I make sure that my money, my dollar converts into Naira in my local bank? Okay, so for Upwork, Upwork has an option to pay directly to your local bank. So if you sign up on Upwork, as part of setting up your profile, you can attach your local bank, whether it's Access Bank, GT Bank, Fidelity Bank, whatever the bank is, you can attach it and then receive your payments direct to your local bank. On Fiverr, Fiverr payments are via Pioneer. So a global, for some of you who know Pioneer, if you don't know Pioneer, Pioneer is a global payment solution available to Nigerians. So you can register on Pioneer. It's free. They send you the card for free, and then you can attach your card, details to your Fiverr. You can also do that on Upwork. Pioneer is acceptable by both platforms, whether it's Upwork or Fiverr. You can attach your Pioneer account, receive your money to your Pioneer wallet, and send it to your local bank. So you can attach your local bank to Pioneer, receive money from either Upwork or Fiverr to Pioneer, and send the money from your Pioneer wallet to any of your banks. The reason why Pioneer is I call it the best payment option is that their conversion rate is good. Unlike if Upwork is sending money directly to your local bank, they may be sending it at 360 per dollar, which is very low. Same for Fiverr. So, but if you're doing Pioneer, there are ways in which you can get up to 400 and something for your dollar. For someone like me who's spent some time in the business and I have access to some exchangers, trusted exchangers that can help out, I get as much as 450, 470. I think one freak time I even got 500 for my dollar. Okay, so now you need to decide your path. We are coming to the end of this session. Decide your path. Now that I've said all I've said, I'm sure you're wondering, some of you are inspired, some of you are thinking next steps. So there are 2 options available to you right now. So let's consider option A. For option A, you can take everything I have taught you so far and get started on your freelance journey. Okay? Take everything I've taught you so far. I'm sure you're taking notes. I'm sure this video will be available for you to download and watch as many times as you want. Take everything I've taught you so far and get started on your freelance journey. I mean, although it's a longer route, no doubt, and you have to learn all by yourself. So like when I started in 2018, I didn't have anybody to put me on a webinar like this. So I did a whole lot of trial and error. I think God was just with me because I achieved success so fast, even on my own, with God's help. So Google is your friend. You can YouTube, go online, go on YouTube, find out more about Fiverr, Upwork, how to get. There's nothing you're looking for you won't find on Google and YouTube over your freelance journey. Okay? I mean, if you followed my story from the beginning, you will see that I didn't have anyone to tell me all I'm even telling you right now. I didn't have any opportunity to join a free webinar like this or even a paid one. I think at the time I started in 2018, I didn't know any other Nigerian other than this guy who did other than this guy who sent the article, who was making it as a freelancer in 2018. So I kind of like, I was swimming blind, but thank God I didn't get eaten by the shark. So it's something you can try to do on your own. It works. So if you can put in the hours, I mean, spend some time researching more on this on Google and YouTube, and you're a self-starting go-getter. Because for me, I consider myself a go-getter. Not everybody might be able to go-get, but for most Nigerians, I think we're all go-getters. So you will succeed on your own eventually if you toe these paths. Now, and there is option B. So option B, if you want, I can be your coach on this freelance journey. And I know I can do that for sure because I've helped my sister. So my sister is getting married next month, and she's also top rated on Upwork. I coached her. I think after I succeeded as a freelancer on Upwork, the first person I tried to share my success or tried to, what's the word? Tried to replicate my success to was my sister. After all, they say charity begins at home. So she just finished her BSc in Coventry University and was considering going for masters abroad. So I just introduced her to this, and thank God she was able to succeed. She's also top rated, earning, I think she should be earning like 20 or 30 something $1,000 now if you add up. She didn't have to go through Fiverr. That's the power of coaching. She didn't spend a day on Fiverr, so she just started on Upwork because I was there to guide her on that process. So I know you have questions. We'll give you time to ask your questions, but I have 3 questions that I think most people ask when I have a training like this. So let me just answer them up front. So I know you're wondering, what's the next step after this training? Am I just here to, what's the word? Am I just here to brag about my earnings and show that I'm making money from home and that the police cannot come after me because I'm doing like this stuff? No, that's not why I'm here. I'm here today so that I can show you a path that can really transform your life if you put in all it takes. And I must say at this point that there's nothing you're trying to succeed in that won't come at a price. Anybody who tells you that you can become an overnight success, they've just lied to you, or they don't know what they're talking about. So if you are going to succeed at anything, you have to you have to pay some price. You have to pay some price. Let me just stop there. So what's the next step after this training? Go put to practice all I've learned. I told you, go on YouTube, go on Google, research more, or you can sign up for our value-added services. Okay, so let me show you what we can do for you. I have an academy, a full-blown 100% online academy called F-Cube, and all the staff I introduced to you, they are all actively working 24 hours to make sure that we deliver service to our students. I think so far we have 100 plus students, and we know that 100 plus is just a drop in an ocean. I mean, the number of young people here in Nigeria alone, then there are millions, not to talk of the rest of Africa. And as a yearly fellow, I think it is my duty now that President Obama called me to that duty to make sure that we share success, find legitimate ways that young people across the continent can succeed with their trade or with their with their skill. Okay, so we have value-added services we can offer you. You can see we can help you with your Upwork activation. Like I told you, it's difficult to get in on your own, so we can help you get in within 24, 48 hours. And then we also have onboarding videos. So when you get in, you are lost. You don't know what to do next when you get on the profile. So we have about, is it 14 videos or 17 videos that take you step by step, on how you can, set up every aspect of your profile so you are ready to bid for jobs and get paid. And then we also offer 3-month professional support. So which means even after your profile is set and you start bidding for jobs, whatever challenges you are having for the next 3 months will be available to help you. We have a Telegram group dedicated to that where we offer you support. You can ask us any questions and I'll be available to offer you expert answers. So this comes as a price, which I won't mention here. So if you are interested, I need you to come get me. So when you come, we'll discuss the pricing. So number 2, do you offer training for those interested in content writing on Upwork? Remember, I told you that we can't all be content writers, but among you, there might be some of you that might have been playing around with writing. You have passion for it. You wish there was someone to show you how to be a better writer and earn as a writer. If you are that person, I have good news for you. So we have something called the copywriting school. So in the copywriting school, we offer virtual class. Everything that happens in the copywriting school is online. You don't have to You don't have to attend any physical class. You don't have to be present anywhere. You can be in Somalia and attend this copywriting school. So it's virtual classroom setting, 100% online, 4 weekends, 8 copywriting samples. Because when you are working on a platform like Upwork, before they can hire you, they're going to ask you for samples of your previous work. So we'll make sure you get the samples through this training. And then I'll bring my sister who is top rated, although I don't know now that she's getting married, maybe she'll be traveling out for her honeymoon. Whatever it is, wherever she is, we can grab her for 1-2 hours to just share her experience and teach you some aspects of copywriting. And then there's a certificate of completion at the end of the training, right? Yeah. So, and for this, before we can set up this school, we need to have at least 20 students signed up. It's a school, so we can't teach one person. There is a private one-on-one coaching where I will take you through copywriting. It's a little more pricey. And that's I take every student through a selection profile process before I agree to teach them one-on-one. So if you make the cut and you can pay the price, no problem. But ordinarily, there's a copywriting school of minimum of 20 people where we can teach you. I think the next thing now is for us to take questions. So if you have any question, now is the time to ask them. Okay, so back to the host. I'm done for this session. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very, very much, Benga Richmond, for that awesome session. I was also with my pen and paper writing down. So who wouldn't want to make dollars? So there are questions that are coming in from YouTube. I think the first one here is, please, how long did it take you to get your first client on Fiverr, Upwork from point of registration?
Okay, so let me just answer that real quick. So I set up my profile on Fiverr. That was January 29. So by February 3rd, I got my first $5 job. So that should be 4 or 5 days. So that's that. That's for Fiverr. And it's not Fiverr, it's Fiverr. So, and then second, how long did it take me to get a job on Upwork? I think it was about a week. I was bidding then. Within 1 week, I was able to get a job that paid $200, which I was able to fulfill in 1 day. Okay, next question.
Okay, so how to get your first gig? It is always the hardest one. Is it always the hardest one, getting your first freelancing client? What are the strategies to follow?
Okay, so in fact, it's like getting your first job on a platform like Upwork, for example, will take some strategies. Okay, and I can't give you those strategies for free because if I do that, number one, there's no time to tell you many of them, and even if there was time, that's why we have an academy. So for the students who sign up for our academy, those are the ones we share our strategies with. But if you are trying to do it on your own, just go on YouTube. If you just type strategies for getting your first job on Upwork or Fiverr, I'm sure there are gazillion videos you can watch and get a lot of inside scoop from freelancers across the world. So, but yes, your first job is always difficult because at that time you are untested, you don't have a review of your work on Upwork or Fiverr, and so it can be a little difficult, but it's not impossible. I did it on Fiverr, I did it on Upwork. My sister did it well, maybe not on Fiverr because she just went straight to Upwork. But I'm sure if she also tried on Fiverr, maybe she would have. Maybe we don't know. So, but getting your first job is can be tough. Let me be sincere with you, but it's not impossible. But after that first one, the rest becomes easy because other clients checking out your profile can see that. And by the way, when you get that first job, you must go out of your way to deliver quality. You must make sure that the client is over satisfied so that they give you like the highest rating is 5-star, then they can give you 4-star, 4.6. So make sure that first job you get, you really do a great job. In fact, over deliver such that you can get that good rating to start with, and then maybe a good review. And when other clients check out your profile and see how best you have been rated for the first job you did, others will just jump on the bandwagon because they know you can deliver great work. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. So another question here is, do you think you can get clients if you don't have an online portfolio?
Okay, so clients don't care to check your LinkedIn profile or Facebook or whatever. So all the profile you need to have is on the platform. So which is what I said, there'll be onboarding videos if you join, or you can just search and try to do it on your own. Then, of course, for every job you're applying for, you need a sample. Okay, like I said. So let's say you are into app development, you have to have a way of showing them that you can do the work. So which I don't know how to send samples if I'm developing apps. I'm not an app developer. But if it was writing, then you have to show writing samples. If someone wants you to write a blog post, they want to see a blog post you have written before, to see your writing style, to see how you put your words across, and for them to see whether your style of writing is what they're looking for. So one of the most important words you'll be hearing on a platform like Upwork is something called good fit. So they want to make sure that you're a good fit for the job. And good fit doesn't mean you're the most experienced. Good fit just means your style of writing, or your style of developing websites, or your style of developing apps, and your communication and some of your soft skills flow with what their brand, what they're looking for. So uh, if it's writing and maybe you join our academy, for example, part of the process is you will have to write all kinds of content types that we will look at, and then that now serves as your, what's it called, as your sample.
Yeah, thank you. Someone is asking, is your book downloadable?
Yes. Okay. So I forgot to mention, I like to leave my audiences with a parting gift. So for everyone who was here today, and then maybe those who will be watching later, I understand that you guys, you collaborate on Slack. I mean, your communication is on Slack. So I'll send the e-copy of the book for free to Motunrayo so she can share it to everyone. So that's one way I'm giving back to my community for how far God has brought me. So you can have access to the ebook for free. I'll send it to Motunrayo to distribute to the rest of you. Yeah.
Wow, thank you very much for that kind gesture.
Yeah.
We appreciate. So another question here is, please, how do you set up your gig on Fiverr as a seller?
Okay, so for Fiverr now, I would confess to you that it's been 2 years that it's been 2 years that I've been on Fiverr. I think the last time I fulfilled any job was 2 years ago. And I can tell you that in 2 years, a lot has changed. I won't be able to offer any form of ideas for Fiverr. I think my main focus now is Upwork. So if there's any question on Upwork, setting up profile and all that, we treat all that in the academy. And in the academy, we don't engage for Fiverr, because I mean, it's been 2 years. So I want to give expert advice on something that I am on a daily, not a platform that the last time I was there was 2 years ago. Even though I still have my profile active, I post my gigs, but I'm not active there. I'm active more on Upwork. So I won't be able to answer that question directly for Fiverr.
Okay. What I think they are still asking questions on Fiverr. What's the maintenance fee on Fiverr to offer services?
No, just go. There may be some I can answer. So
Okay, so what's the maintenance fee on Fiverr to
when you
offer
say
services?
when you say maintenance fee, I don't understand. It's free to sign up on Fiverr. You don't have to pay a dime to be on Fiverr. Everything is free. The only payment that happens is from the client to you. You are not paying Fiverr. Okay, there is a commission. So for every job that you fulfill, I think I've forgotten, or maybe it has changed, but I think Fiverr will take 20% of whatever amount the client is paying you and release 80% to you. Same with Upwork. So Upwork will take 20% and release 80% to you. But on Upwork, if you work with a single client up to $500, they will change that commission from 20% to 10%. If you work up to $10,000, is it 10,000 or 5,000 now? Dollars, they will change the commission to 5%. So I worked for one client like that, where when we reached 500, the commission reduced to 10%. I have to pay, so 90% was coming to me. And then when we got to, I think $10,000 was it, because I worked with a client where I got paid more than $10,000. So when we got to $10,000, I started enjoying 5%. So 95% of what I was earning was coming to me. So I don't think that kind of flexibility exists on Fiverr, but I know that every work you fulfill, 20% goes to Fiverr.
Thank you very much for that. Deliberate that for that answer. There's another question here. I have all these accounts for more than years now. Getting a gig is quite difficult, especially when you are a beginner on the platform. Learn that you have to buy fake reviews and recommendations.
Like I said at the beginning, I didn't lie to you. I told you getting your first gig is tough, but there's something coaching does. I told you I paid for a coaching program, $1,000 for copywriting, and then the person was able to show me another way to write, which was copywriting, and then the person was also able to show me that Upwork was a better platform to work. So you might need to get a coach who can show you the way. Not that they would assure you 100% that you get a job, no, but that they can show you some tricks. I mean, I have students who started and then they already have jobs. So with that, I know that there is a way you can go about it. Maybe in your profile, and when you are bidding, the proposal you are sending, the way you are crafting I'm a copywriter, so I know how to write. I know how to show you how to write to get the interest of clients. So maybe that's a skill I can add if you join the academy. But if you are doing it all on your own, it's more like try and error. It could work, it may not work. I tried it on my own, it worked out. Doesn't mean it will work for everybody. But I mean, if you can find a coach who can show you the tricks, every trade has a trick. So if you can find a coach to show you the trick of the trade, then I mean, eventually you can succeed.
Thank you very much for that. I think the last question here we'll be taking is it possible to offer more than one service on these platforms?
Okay, so while it's possible to do that, I advise as a coach, if I'm your coach, for example, I always advise to focus. So I don't want to do writing and then tomorrow I'm doing digital marketing and next tomorrow I'm doing a virtual assistant. No, I think if you focus on just one thing, there is more than enough job. I think I spoke about the proverb that says the sky is big enough for all birds to fly. So whether you are the website bird or you are the content writing bird or audio production, you would always, for example, like Upwork, if you sign up on the platform after we are done helping you setting up your profile right, you would find that you can, within 5 minutes, you have about 20 jobs updating on the job feed. Of course, it doesn't mean the 20 jobs are available for you alone. Other people are bidding for the same job, but 20 jobs dropping on your job feed. And these 20 jobs are related to what you said you can do in the filters while you are searching when you're there, when you're choosing the skills that you can offer. The 20 jobs, you can be a writer if you do the profile right. You can be a writer and be receiving photography, what's it called? You can be a writer and be receiving photography. Oops. Okay, sorry, I'm having issues with my life. So you can be a photographer and you are receiving photography jobs, right? So if you do the filter right, the kind of jobs you will get are related to what you said you can do. So 20 jobs dropping on your job feed every 5 minutes. I think that's more than enough to choose from and try to get jobs. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. I think there's one last question, but if you can take that under some few seconds, I think it's related to your academy. So, do people get certificates after completion in your
Yes,
academy?
yes. I mentioned that in the slide. You get a certificate of completion. And in fact, the certificate has a link where you can verify. So the certificate, at the tail end of the certificate, there's a link that maybe if you are showing it off to anybody, they can copy that link, they put it on the browser, and it will share all the database of all the people who have gone through our program. So you can't go and print it in a computer village and say you are, so there's a verification link where everyone who goes through our program, anyone can verify and see their name that they really completed the program. So yes, there's a certificate of completion at the end of the program.
Thank you very, very much for that nice session, for taking all our questions, for opening our eyes. We are Zuri Training. We are very grateful, and also we are grateful for the book in which you are offering to us. We know it's for sale, but you are giving it to us for free, so we appreciate. So we are thanking Mr. Benga Richmond. He's a yearly fellow. He's a serial writer and an entrepreneur.
I thought you wanted to say serial killer.
No, so and he has shared some knowledge that we normally get paid for. So this is the kind of information, part of the information that you will be getting on Zuri training, and we are going to call it an evening. Let me not say a day because the day is well past. So we thank you very much once more, and the team that joined him, we thank you. So that will be all for tonight, and we'll see you on our next session.